So you've probably been struggling to level your Necramech if you've got one. A lot of people seem to be struggling with that. As you may have seen, I've already got a Forma in mine, and to get a full build, you're going to need plenty of Forma. You're also maybe going to want to Forma the Archimechs. I've already formed the Mozzolon. That's just an arc gun. You can level it in, you just take it to Hydron or whatever. Level it like anything else. But the Necramech is going to be a little more trouble. So I've found a pretty good way of leveling it up. You're going to want to go to Fortuna, grab just the tier 5 bounty. And from there, what we're going to do is we're going to just fail the mission.
And liberate the artifact.
The only point of doing this is to get a higher enemy level in your boss.
I might have a lead on our courier.
By doing that, you know, we can fight against like roughly level 50 enemies. Not only do we get a little more affinity by doing that, but also there are going to be more Eximuses, there are going to be more rare enemies, and those are going to give us a lot more affinity. So just, you know, go to the objective and then abandon it. It only takes 20 seconds. Some objectives can't be abandoned. If you get one of those, just abort the mission back to Fortuna and try again until you get one that works. Next, we're going to need to go to one of the Corpus bases that has the defense objective in them. You might know the one I'm talking about. You need to pick up a data mass. I usually like to go to Central Maintenance. I think it's probably the easiest one to kind of, you know, find a corner to sit in, hold your ground against the enemies. Other ones, I find it's a little easy to, you know, have enemies sneak up on you, shoot you in the back, get some free damage. So you're just going to want to kill enemies until they drop the data mass, plonk it in the unit, and then you're going to want to call down your Necramech. So if you are like I am right here, starting out at level 0, you're not going to have much in the way of abilities. You're just kind of going to want to sit in a safe corner, shoot some guys. If all you've got is your gun, you're going to find that eventually you're going to run out of ammo. So all I can say to that is, like, you know, try to be sparing on the trigger. When you let go, make sure you let go for a while, get some time to build up. The Mozzolon does not recharge very quickly. You can try other arc guns. Some of them might be better suited for this test. I haven't done that. Once you get your 2, it's essentially Rhino's Iron Skin, except it basically comes with Iron Shrapnel as well, so it's going to be a great ability. Like Rhino's Iron Skin, it gains HP based on getting shot within the first couple seconds of using it, so make sure you stand still and get shot plenty. And that'll really help you survive. You'll also notice that I'm flying around a lot. Enemies in Warframe just are worse at hitting airborne targets, and that applies to the Necramech's hover. So frankly, you can just kind of spam it, and it'll really help with your survivability. You'll notice, you know, I'm level 4 already. I'm not getting super fast progress, but compared to other options for leveling the Necramech, this is the best I've seen. You could try the Steel Path difficulty, but frankly, I think you'd probably die way too easily. And the extra XP is not going to make up for the increase in time to kill that you're going to experience. There's one thing worth mentioning, which is that your 4 skill, essentially an exalted weapon where you go into a turnip mode and have a grenade launcher that does just an obscene amount of damage. Absolutely broken. I swear to God they're going to fix it at some point, but since it counts as an exalted weapon, 100% of affinity goes to your Warframe, or in this case your Necramech, and that's going to essentially double your affinity gain compared to using, you know, your Arcwing gun, your Mozzolon. So that comes real handy. Now at some point, your Necramech's probably going to die, or if not, you're going to complete the mission, like I managed to here. When you do that, this is pretty important, you have to let the enemies kill your Necramech. If you don't, there's a bug sometimes where you'll lose all of the affinity you gained in that mission. It sucks, it's a waste of time, and, you know, if it's a couple days from now, time of recording, they probably fixed it already. But for now, you need to make sure that your Necramech gets killed before you leave the mission. I just leave the mission here. You don't even need to finish the little defense objective. You can just leave. It doesn't affect your affinity at all. You'll see we got to I believe it's rank 8 on the Necramech. That's decent. It's not great.
Slot that data mass into the base
I've got another clip here where the Necramech's 4th skill is unlocked. The Exalted Weapon. That's going to be very helpful. Not only because we're going to get 100% of the Xfinity, but we're just going to kill so many enemies. Whenever you're going to use it, you're going to want to hit 2 every time, because you're just a sitting duck. You have no inherent damage reduction with this ability. So if you don't hit 2, you're going to take a lot of damage. I pop out just when I run out of energy. If you do kind of line it up to where you get a level up, when you level up a Warframe, or a Necramech in this case, you get max energy. So, you know, you'll see I'm pretty close to level 15 on the Necramech. Once I get that, I'll get all my energy back. I can hit 2, I can hit 4, I can do it all again. And if I can kind of line that up right and chain it, I can just get a ton of affinity. I'm running out of things to shoot. There you go, cool 6,000 affinity. Hit 2, hit 4. Kind of far from level 16, unfortunately. Probably gonna have to shoot some guys. Some other concerns.
Still working. Keep them off my back.
Some of the ways your affinity and the Necramech can get bugged. If you ever leave the Necramech and then re-enter, that's it. All your affinity is probably gone for the mission. I've sometimes found that entering as the operator instead of as a Warframe causes the affinity to get bugged. I've also found that if you ever die, even after your Necramech's been killed, you sometimes lose all of your Necramech affinity, not just the portion you'd expect for reviving as usual. And one last thing, I actually brought a Smita Combat here. I have no idea this buff affects Necramechs, the double affinity. I didn't know, so I figured I might as well bring it. If you have one, might as well do the same. Definitely don't bring a Kubro, because they're going to die, and you're going to lose loyalty. So, you know, just cleaning up here. Got to level 16. So got another wave of energy. You don't have any sort of vacuum. Even if you have a pet with fetch or whatever, there's no vacuum in the Necramech, which is unfortunate. Arcane Energize does not work. You might, you know, Arc Wings it does, but Necramech does not. So you're limited to just whatever energy orbs you can pick up. That's kind of one of the main downsides of the Necramech. The energy regain is bad, and there's no way to regain health that I'm aware of. Again, once you complete the mission, just make sure your Necramech gets killed. Fly back to Orvalis, no need to complete the mission. And we should get a pretty solid amount of mastery on this one, since we got so many kills with the 4th skill.
Base lost. We missed our shot.
Once Yutiko's done saying some rude words to you, you can see got all the way up to rank 18. Pretty good. Hopefully this grinding technique helps you. Good luck out there.